Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's Dr. Esri here from All American Wellness. Today, we're going to talk about automobile accidents on All About Health and Wellness. We are coming to you through Podcast Junkies in Boca Raton. You need to speak with Ben Castro or Christian Perello if you're looking to get your message across to the masses. These young men are excellent at what they do, so if you're looking to communicate your story, just call Podcast Junkies in Boca Raton or find them on the internet. Today, I'm really excited to talk to you about automobile accidents. I just had a person come in this week who was in a severe accident and suffered quite a serious head injury. A lot of people aren't aware that when you have a headache after you've had an automobile accident, you have a traumatic brain injury, and it's a serious condition. Not a lot of doctors screen for it. There's two things at All American Wellness that we screen for, and those are AOMSI. That's the alteration of motion segment integrity, ligamental injuries that can have a big, far-reaching effect on you for your entire life. They can become a permanent injury if not treated carefully and precisely right away. Traumatic brain injuries are the same thing. You really need to be on top of these issues right away, get the person to the exact professional that they need to see, and this is what we do at All American Wellness. Anyway, I hope everyone out there is doing well, but automobile accidents are a serious matter. Years ago, when I first started practicing, many years ago, almost 40, the average person got into a car accident maybe once every 10 years. Now it's once every 3 years. And I don't have to tell you how crazy people are on the road. They're aggressive, they're in a hurry, and accidents are a very common occurrence that happen to drivers daily. When you get into a car accident, your most important thing that you want to do is call your chiropractor and get in within 2 weeks so that you qualify for your automobile insurance to take care of your injuries. Getting to an attorney is an important part of being proactive in regards to your automobile injuries, but the attorneys really go to work at the end of your treatment. The most important thing to be concerned about is making sure that your treatment is directed at precise issues of your injuries, that it's done in a professional manner, that it's done in a complete manner, and that all efforts are made to get you over your condition so you don't have a permanent issue you have to deal with your entire life. And one of the first ways to make sure that those injuries are addressed is to screen for these serious types of problems. When you have a loose ligament, that has many impacting issues on your movement. And think about how many times you move your head every day just to check your phone. You're constantly going into flexion. If every one of those 7 bones in your neck are not moving properly, it's like the tires in the front of your car that are misaligned. And this is why you have that bad news when you go to places that take care of your tires and they show you how fast they wore out, how unevenly they wore out, and how much it's going to cost you. That's nothing compared to when you go to the orthopedic surgeon and he said, "Oh, you didn't take care of your alignment issues when you got in the car accident, did you?" "Well, no, I didn't." "Yes, now you have to have decompression surgery." And if you want to know of a serious result of a car accident, talk to orthopedic surgeons. They do these decompression surgeries every day, all day long, because so many people don't take care of their spine properly after it's been injured. I hate to see you have to go to a surgeon and have surgical intervention, but if you do, I can send you to the best orthopedic surgeon on spines in the country. And that's Tom Roush at Roush Spine. And if that's necessary, and I'm hoping it isn't, but when it is, we send you to the right professional to take care of this problem. We also have many professional law firms that we deal with who do an excellent job with their patients or their clients. We also make sure that they're alerted to screening for these AOMSI injuries and these traumatic brain injuries. And they will make sure that they get the policy limits that your insurance company or the offender's insurance company is carrying. They do an excellent job at helping their clients, and we'll send you right to the best attorneys that there are in the state of Florida. So I urge you, be proactive when you get into a car accident. Do something about these injuries right away so that they don't have to plague you the rest of your life. All right, I think we've pretty much hit up on all of the important issues. The second issues might be, well, what can I expect when I go to the chiropractor? Will it hurt? No, it won't. We use instrument adjusting. It's very precise. It's very gentle. That, in addition to checking patients for disc-related injuries and utilizing the gold standard of that treatment, which is decompression therapy. You may have heard of it. You may have seen it on the internet. It is the gold standard for treating any kind of a disc injury, whether it's a traumatically induced injury from an auto accident or an issue that has to do with degenerative joint disease, a form of osteoarthritis that also affects patients in their neck and their arms or their low back and their legs. We have the latest technologies to treat those. In addition to using decompression, we use cold laser therapy. It is one of the most miraculous tools I've seen come along in treating patients in the last 38 years. These healing lights will penetrate into the body without you even knowing it. They're improving the mitochondrial function of each cell. And those of you who read about cellular function, read about anti-aging methods to help your health, getting the mitochondria to function at peak efficiency is all about repairing the cell, all about cellular function. And we utilize this with the decompression therapy for excellent results. They compound one another for helping the patient heal and leave these injuries behind as a memory instead of something that plagues them the rest of their life. So now we've talked about what happens when you go to the chiropractor. We're going to perform a thorough orthopedic, neurological, and chiropractic examination. We're going to send you for digital x-rays where we screen for these ligamental injuries. And when we find them, we're going to be specific and selective in how we treat them, because there are specific ways to treat ligamental injuries so that they repair and return back to normal. Once we've evaluated these x-rays, evaluated your body and your spine, we will start physiotherapies and manipulative therapies to return you back to normal. We also use special techniques to deal with injuries that affect the brain specifically so that we can get you functioning as normally as possible, as quickly as possible. Typically, people come to us approximately 3 times a week. If it's more of a minor issue in regards to the musculoskeletal injuries from the automobile trauma, it can be as early as 6 weeks, and you go from beginning to end, and you're ready to be released and start going back to your exercises or your daily activities. If it's more complicated, it can last up to 3 months. All of these conditions will determine how long you're going to be treated in the chiropractic office, and expect to be sent for an orthopedic evaluation as well and an MRI as well, so we can screen for disc injuries and see how serious they may be, and then send you to people like Dr. Tom Rausch, who is of Rausch Spine. They're the ones that are going to evaluate whether you need surgical intervention, whether you may need a shot, exactly what your injury needs may require that can't be taken care of in a chiropractic office. So we do use other medical professionals to make sure that the patient has the best care possible. I think that's about all that we're going to discuss in the realm of treatment. Except maybe to mention at the very end of your treatment comes the time where we have to evaluate how are you functioning at that point in time compared to before you got in the automobile trauma. This is where the attorney comes in. When we start to find out what kind of pain you're having, where is it located, how often are you experiencing it, on a 1 to 10 scale, 1 being minor, 10 being extremely painful, where do you land in regards to these pain syndromes? How often is it occurring? Is it interrupting your sleep? Is it affecting your daily activities? Is it affecting your work? And even more intimately, is it affecting your intimate relations with your partner? Many of these spinal injuries affect us in areas that we don't even anticipate until we suffer with these. So, these are all important factors that we have to communicate with your attorney so they can make the best settlement possible for you. Anytime you've seen these commercials where law firms are able to garner policy limits or large settlements for patients, it's because the doctors have listed extensively and specifically how these injuries affect the patient's life. That lawyer will then translate these impairments or these problems where function is no longer what it was prior to the accident. They translate those aspects into dollars and cents that the patient will be awarded. And it is relieving for the patient to have some sort of monetary reward for the offending car's negligence. However, it is nothing compared with leaving our clinic feeling much better than when you first came in. And incidentally, there are a lot of people that aren't functioning at peak efficiency. They have issues that are interfering with their optimal health. Things that may be allergies and sensitivities to foods, things that may affect their emotions, abnormal biochemical balances that affect their neurotransmitters, leave them susceptible to feelings of depression and anxiety, areas where their nutritional needs are not being met by their diet, and as a result, they suffer with biochemical dysfunctions that have a whole array of symptoms that present in the patient's life every day. And maybe they're using excuses and justifications for why they feel the way they do instead of coming in. I urge you, if you've been involved in an automobile accident, come in the first 2 weeks. Let us screen you for any kind of injury that you've suffered in your brain or in your spine. It'll take a few minutes compared to all of the problems you're going to have if you don't do something about these injuries right away. And if you haven't been in a car accident, but you are suffering with some of the things that I've mentioned, like allergies and sensitivities, emotional issues, nutritional deficiencies, maybe you're having your own structural issues, even though you haven't been in a car accident. Maybe you're having low back pain. Maybe you're having leg pain. Maybe you're having arm pain and neck pain. These are things that we address at All American Wellness. We also address the most common 8 headache syndromes. And if you come in, we'll explain to you what those are. Some of you are also experiencing migraines. I can't tell you how many people have come through the door. It's in the hundreds that suffer with migraines, and they're the result of allergies to foods that they're eating. And those allergies are often triggered by problems in their gastrointestinal system, their gut. They're having gut issues that we call dysbiosis. You can look that up on Google. It's dysbiosis, and it will tell you about the overgrowth of abnormal bacterium that doesn't belong in the gut that interrupts your normal function in your body and affects your brain. There are some other things that we also deal with in the way of electrical pollution. The cell phone is become a necessity in life. Where would we be without our cell phones? Example, you drive down the street and you realize you forgot your cell phone at home. You immediately turn around and get it. You can't be separated from it. It's a vital part of our lives. The electron has done so much to make our lives better. But just like many things, it can have harmful effects. And these powerful computers that are housed in these small little cases called cell phones, did you know the power behind these computers is stronger than what sent a man to the moon in 1970? Yes, those room full of computers didn't have the same strength that one of those computers that you hold in your hand has. And it creates electrical pollution and can have detrimental effects if it's not filtered properly. We have those instruments in our clinic that we send you home with. You can put it right on your cell phone and exclude any issues of those 6 interferences to optimal health called electrical pollution. We can stop that cold and help you right away. Come to All American Wellness and see what we have to offer for you in that way. The last thing would be toxins. Many people are suffering toxic effects of a lot of chemicals that are sprayed on our foods. Glyphosates can create a large problem for a lot of people, and we screen for those issues to help you detox from many of these chemicals that affect your body's function and ultimately can lead to many chronic health problems. So there's a lot of benefits that you can have from, well, the dark cloud of an auto accident could have a silver lining in enabling us to show you where you had issues prior to your car accident where your health was not optimal. And now we can address those things, and you virtually could have a better outcome than prior to having the accident. So once again, I invite you to come into All American Wellness, get your free 15-minute evaluation. You'll meet Heather Klein, our front desk and office manager, and you're gonna love her right away. You're gonna love my physician's assistants, Paul Sykes and Terry Luador. They are fantastic at what they do. They will make you feel at home, and they will take good care of you. So as you enter our clinic, you'll notice it looks like a house. It's like coming home to your family and being loved on and being treated with respect and having professional courtesy given to you from the time you walk in till the time you leave. Now, I've been talking for quite a few minutes, and I think I've pretty much covered the automobile accident issue. I even touched a little bit behind me on the 6 interferences of optimal health. And once again, I'm just going to remind my producer, Ben Castro, their interferences in our optimal health. 6 of them. Structural issues, toxins, electrical pollution, nutritional deficiencies, allergies and sensitivities, and emotional dysfunction. All of these can be addressed at All American Wellness. Please come in. Give us a call at 863-8779, area code 561, 863-8779, or go on allamericanwellness.com and make an appointment right there. You can find us every week. We're going to be here on Thursdays, starting at 5 a.m. on YouTube, on Spotify, and on Apple. I urge you to come in once a week and find out all about health and wellness, because this is it. The chances of us now living to be 100 are very, very good. We want to be 100 and functioning like a young 60, not living in a nursing home because we didn't take care of our health when it really mattered. Don't let that happen to you. Be vital, be young, be functioning way beyond your years, and you won't regret it. You'll be happy that you came into All American Wellness. We're looking forward to seeing you soon. That's all I have for now. I'll look forward to seeing you next week. And thank you once again for joining me for All About Health and Wellness, brought to you by All American Wellness Center. Bye-bye for now.